Recording.
Ladies,
Craig.
gentlemen, Craig, Moist, the Globe. Welcome.
Yeah, because we know everybody from every country in the world.
Nigga in Botswana that love this shit, bro. Come on now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Niggas in Al Jazeera.
Al Jazeera. Episode 11, baby. We out here. Live from Al Jazeera. You know, the country. The country Al Jazeera.
The country. Yeah, see, the country, you see.
It's near Algeria. Like, they like cousins. Al Jazeera. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
it's close to Alibaba.
It is. It is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because we all thought Alibaba was a company, but it turns out, in a strange twist of fate, it's an entire country.
So is Al Roker.
Al Roker. What about Al Pacino?
No, that's a continent. That's where all the owls are.
That's where all the owls are. Al Pacino. I get it. I see what you did there. That was smooth. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, how the hell is everybody? I can't respond to me, but I'm gonna treat it like a Dora episode. Y'all just gonna say y'all good. So what do you want to start off with? Because I see some new additions to this list, and one of them has my interest.
I can imagine which one has your interest. Did you watch that video I sent you? I don't know, like on Monday?
Regarding
eels.
I did not. No, I didn't. You sent a video on Monday about eels?
It might have been Monday. It might have been after Monday, actually.
No, I'm just saying I sent a video about eels, period. I don't even remember that.
Yeah, no, I sent the video about eels. Eels are, it was on Monday. I sent it like 1:16 a.m., so it's probably when you see it. I was just up learning about eels, as one does.
Eels.
It turns out that eels are extra-dimensional beings, and they're not from this planet. That's a strong thing to say, but if I want everybody listening to this to Google where eels come from, nobody fucking knows.
I don't know.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows how eels mate. Eels don't even have genitals to mate, male or female. Whenever they dissect eels and open them up, they don't find any sex organs. There's no eggs.
No sex organs, no eggs.
There's
be here.
Also, I didn't even know this before learning about eels. Did you know baby eels have a larva stage? Larva, like insects. Not like baby fishes, like larva.
They just picking shit. They just
they just be doing whatever.
They're like, hold on. I'm about to raise. Is it cool if I raise myself like a calf for whatever reason? Like, and they're like,
a water calf. So, all right. So let's run down the list, right? So first off, no scientist in the history of the world has ever witnessed eels mating, whether in captivity or in the wild. Nobody's ever seen it.
Do we even know if they fuck?
We don't. That's what I was about to say next. Like I said, they don't have sex organs, so they can't be fucking.
They just be bumping uglies.
They
just show up.
They don't be squirting out no eggs, and then the niggas squirt out the semen to inseminate the eggs like fish. They don't, bump and grind like people.
Get together as a family and decide to.
I'm getting to that. So, for whatever reason, also here's some other crazy shit. The eel is the only fish on Earth that can switch back and forth between freshwater and saltwater. Any other freshwater fish?
Yeah, it's like a freshwater fish. Yeah. They'd have to adapt over like centuries or something.
Yeah, any other freshwater fish that end up in saltwater is dying painfully. So eels just be like, it's kind of spicy out here, but I like Tabasco.
So the whole time we thought the birds were the cyborgs and it was the fucking eels.
No, birds are definitely robots. They're government plants. Eels, like I said, are
universal plants.
Yeah, they're extra-dimensional beings. I'm getting to that part. So eels, what they do is when they're young, not the larva state, I guess you call it adolescence, They swim to the Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle, where planes go missing and compasses and magnetism doesn't work. And there's all the rumors about other dimensions and shit. When eels are in their adolescent state, they swim to the Bermuda Triangle, and then babies come out of the Bermuda Triangle. That's the only place they mate. Nobody knows because nobody can view what's going on in there. And this sounds fucking crazy. This sounds like Pacific Rim or some shit, but I want everybody listening to this to Google this.
I don't care where they at. I'm here with you.
Eels go into the Bermuda Triangle and they come out with smaller eels.
They make a deal. They go in there and they barter.
That's what I'm saying. Eels are extra-dimensional beings that just be coming out of the fucking the Bermuda Triangle, and they just be coming out. They little baby Cthulhu's.
What if eels are smart enough to know that's where the marketplace for buying baby eels is at? So they go to the marketplace in the Bermuda Triangle. What if it's a whole like aquatic marketplace set up there where niggas could just
That's where Atlantis is. That's where it's at the bottom of the ocean, but in the Bermuda Triangle.
The only reason why y'all should be getting fucked up, they got the jammer. They got the UAV jammer.
They got the jammer.
Yeah, okay.
And every plane that's ever gone missing, they just get a tractor beam from Atlantis and just pull it down slowly.
Just to loot it for its pieces?
Well, I mean, and to, induct someone to the Atlantis family. I hope they wouldn't just be killing the pilots. Well, I mean, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to make it to the bottom of the ocean. They looting the pilots for their nutrients once they get down there.
All right. That's what they do in Atlantis?
I mean,
so anyway, the eels know about Atlantis. And should we be afraid of the eels, or I'm just...
How do eels conduct electricity?
Dog, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
They go to the Bermuda Triangle and barter for the power to do it, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. The eels are fucking insane. They don't be fucking...
They don't a kid or a superpower. That's the only 2 options.
Like, think about it. They don't be fucking. They don't be birthing. They have electricity. Some eels have like mucus coatings. So like when a predator goes to bite them, they just get a little bit of mucus in their mouth and the eel can slip away. Like, these are not normal animals we're dealing with.
Nigga just make his skin extra slippery. That's his superpower. He just, nope, can't bite me. You bought
I knew that one before researching eels. When I was a kid, I used to be really into I don't know if y'all seen Animal Planet's Most Extreme, where it's like a top 10 list of like the most extreme animals in any category. And I remember seeing there's a certain type of eel will coat his entire body in mucus. So whenever a predator tries to grab it, it just slips out and sheds the mucus skin.
That is funny though. I'm just picturing eels going to the Bermuda Triangle to literally cop their superpower. Like, they get one though. They decide as a family before they go. Like,
do I want kids or do I want to come out with mucus or electricity? What we doing here?
You be sitting there and that's a nigga coming to the meeting late and they're like, yo, what's going on? Why everybody yelling? He's like, bro, he want to waste his powers on a fucking slippery surface. And I said, bro, get a child. And he's like, bro, nah, I won't be slippery. Niggas can't bite me no more. I'm tired.
Yeah, exactly. You having a kid that what if that kid don't even make it to the Bermuda Triangle to have more kids? What then? You just wasted your shit.
Look, you used your wish on a child, and that's dope. I appreciate that.
You're keeping the species going.
That don't mean I got to use my wish on that.
Exactly. Children ain't for everybody.
Eel, yo. I'm my own eel, okay, man.
And it's just a nigga that picked electricity sitting in the corner watching like, y'all niggas dumb as fuck, yo. Slippery. Nobody gonna fuck with me. This nigga slippery. A nigga even look at me.
Strike niggas. Become a bullet shrimp or something.
Bullet shrimp. Yeah. All right. In all seriousness, we are making jokes about this just because we funny niggas. We make jokes about everything, but I want everybody to listen. I cannot say how serious this is. I really want everybody to Google eels. Everything that I'm saying is 100% true.
Eels from like that last vestige of like fucking prehistoric
the primordial ooze.
They won't die. They're like
think about it. Think about all the images you've seen of like fish walking on the land. They long and slender like eels. They're eel-esque. They're all eel-esque. Eels are probably older than us. Not probably, they are.
So
We
it all
don't know
started with
nothing about them.
eels, baby. Chickens and eels. That
What
was
came first, the chicken or the eel? The eel.
chicken or the eel? The eel, of course.
It had to be the eel. But yeah, no, that shit just blew my mind when I heard that. I'm like, yo, this is fucking insane. We gotta tell people this.
No, fuck that. We gotta get to the Bermuda Triangle. We gotta figure something out.
We gotta. We gotta.
You know what it is? I think Jeff know. That's why he went to space. You see what I'm saying? He didn't
He
go
went to go get that cosmic energy so he could come down.
He went to the space to harvest some energy up there because he
He
knew there
about
was
to charge a gateway to get to the Bermuda Triangle successfully.
That's crazy.
Bermuda Triangle is a crazy thing to think about. Like, there's just one place on Earth where just niggas just vanish, and we don't know nothing about it. Nobody gets rescued. Ships just be rolling out of the Bermuda Triangle with nobody on it. 30 years later,
yeah, shit don't be working over there. Why? Why y'all investigate? Because shit don't be working.
We can't get there. Yeah, this ship just rolled out of here and it's 50 years old. There's not a single person on here, not even skeletons. So niggas didn't die from old age. Where did they go? They just gone.
The ship clean though.
Yeah, the ship's still working. You see, it's still tugging along. Where did niggas go?
You can take it back home. It's only like 20% damage. I don't know what it was just.
Where did the niggas go? I don't know. And maybe they all jumped off.
That's where they hosting their auctions. They just taking the ships that come by and they using them as like pieces. Like that's where they, you know what I mean? They invite their people. They host their little eel auctions.
Little eel auctions. The people get auctioned off to the eels, and then they get turned into eels. They get turned into baby eels and come back. That's where all the people going missing in the Bermuda Triangle at. They eels. You heard it here first. We saw the mystery.
Like, so the eel traded his eelhood for humanity. Yo.
No. You got it backwards. The niggas, the people that went to Bermuda Triangle, they got turned into eels. And the eels that was shopping, they bought the newly turned eels. They bought the baby eels. They was people. Every adult eel now that's in the ocean is a person. We cracked the code. So if there's no podcast next week, you know that somebody got us.
There won't be one because I don't even know how to do this episode.
If Craig cuts off in the middle of this episode, do we know we really got it? Fuck the simulation. It's
now recording.
Fuck the simulation theory. This is the eel theory. The person to eel pipeline.
Person to eel pipeline. Absolutely, man. We need. I hate it.
I'm sure the first nigga that got turned into an eel said that too.
Oh man. Well, he couldn't say it. You know
he
what?
Thought it
turned into an eel. Huh. And so what if it's got like a whole underclass of eels, right? And they can identify which.
So like it's natural born eels and then people eels, and the people eels are like subservient.
They put them on a lower tier. Like, nah, y'all the lower caste system and shit. Like y'all the
fake eels.
Y'all fake eels, nigga. Y'all ain't even got it in y'all.
I didn't even ask to be here.
And clean the reefs and shit, nigga. And if you get killed, oh well.
Damn, so all the eels that are in the reefs that are dying right now are people. So we killing our own people.
Tragic.
Yeah, that's the circle of life.
Best, though, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
From stoning to eel killing.
That is hilarious. But I remember seeing this real late on the agenda, like right before we started. And I was thinking to myself, okay, now I got it.
Because the shit just said, eels come from another dimension? Question mark.
And then in my head, I was like, well, I don't know if I can refute that. I don't know. They could. This seems like a compelling case that you have.
I could have said some other shit like, scientists don't know anything about eels, or we've never seen eels mating. No, I'm going straight for they come from the Bermuda Triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Extra-dimensional beings coming here. Just like kaiju.
System of human eels. Yeah, all that.
Yeah, all that.
Of course, they had a hierarchy. Why wouldn't they have like some sort of organization down there, nigga? They've been down there for, Lord knows how long.
The elder gods set this up so that they can slowly, over centuries and millennia, weaken the human race so they can just come in and take over. Think about eels, Cthulhu tentacle creatures. They all look the same.
They got the inspiration from something, huh?
Yeah.
What did they see?
I like obviously I don't think any of that shit is true, but I really like conspiracy theories about like once you go deep, the whole Cthulhu shit, Pacific Rim. Once you go deep enough into the ocean, you're gonna open up a rift into another dimension, and the old gods gonna come through. Obviously, that shit's not true, but it's super interesting to think about. Like, that's crazy if you really think about it.
When we go deep enough into that ocean, we are going to encounter shit
something we never seen before.
Shit. And I'm not just mean like, oh, a new species of barracuda. Like, no. Like it's gonna be shit where it's like, dog, I don't even know.
Shit, yeah, this ain't even nothing that was. We never seen this before. It's not some extinct creature that's still living. No, this is some new shit.
Bro, I'm not gonna hold you. I didn't know this was a creature. I thought it was like a part of the scenery. I thought it was a setting. I thought it was a piece. But then I came the next time and that shit moved.
Yeah, think about it. Like there's seahorses that look like kelp. So at the bottom of the ocean, there's definitely some shit in that pitch black, cold darkness.
Yeah. So it's some serious shit down there. But
think about all the spooky shit that's down there that we know about. Anglerfish with the fucking bioluminescent light in front of their head.
Well, you need that, right? You need something to get down there.
Vampire squids. It's
lanterns.
It's just fucking calamity down there.
Yeah, I mean, and that's always, it's funny that, again, I said this when we talked about the Jeff Bezos shit before, but that's why I always like wish like, yo, go there. Fuck this space. This space shit. Listen, if anything or anybody come from space, we burnt. Them niggas are on a different tier. You get what I'm saying? We can't do shit about a nigga that come from another planet and he can get here in a snap. Nigga, it's over. It's over. That nigga won.
I am more afraid of going into the ocean than I am going into space.
But we shouldn't be, because the shit in the ocean we can contend with at the very least.
No. Up here we can contend with it, but the first nigga to go down there and find it, he's fucked.
Or so it goes.
So it goes. Yeah. All right. You want to be the first crew to go down there?
Hey, look, man, it's a lot of niggas that put their life on their line for much less.
For science.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But all right, look, we gonna bring y'all to a corner of the ocean. I ain't gonna hold y'all. We seen some big long shit flying or swimming the last time. We couldn't tell what it was, but that motherfucker was moving. So if you see that shit this time, try to get a pic for it, Kiel, y'all.
Before it can. I mean, think about it. Think about back in the olden days where niggas used to tell stories about krakens, right? And then we finally actually find giant squids that are 40 feet long. Like, the ocean is a terrifying place, and I don't want to be down there.
And now imagine what it is with all the nuclear waste and all the other bullshit that is.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine what
mutated monstrosities.
Yeah, nigga.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, bro, we need to get to the bottom of the ocean sooner rather than later, bro. You don't want to wait 1,000 years before you get down there.
Yo, imagine a species that we thought was extinct. Like, there's been hella movies about it. So I'm just using this example, like a megalodon, giant shark. Imagine a species we thought was extinct that's just at the bottom of the ocean. This whole time it's been alive. He just adapted. And not even just adapted, he's just been accumulating that nuclear waste. He's just been mutating, growing, having kids, the kids getting mutated, growing.
Shit, where he got the badge above his life bar now?
He got 3 skulls and he got a star.
It don't matter what level you are, it's always 3 skulls.
It's always 3 skulls. You could be level 100. Look, we about to take shit from multiple games. We got the skulls from Borderlands. We got the stars from fucking Fallout. What else? We got the red dots.
Different games.
Yeah,
like,
this
dress niggas' health bars up. I'm like, oh, he got the fancy health bar.
His health bar is it's blue with a yellow outline around.
That shit where you can see his shield and you're like, yo, I ain't know niggas can have health over the health. What the fuck is this?
You get rid of the yellow health bar, you got to fight the blue. You get rid of the blue health bar, you got to fight green. You got to fight green, yellow.
Like,
yeah,
over like 3, it would be like I forgot the colors, but it was like white all the way out there. Nigga.
Yeah. So his health bar is fucking, what is it? Yellow all the way around the bar. The bar is actually blue. You deplete the blue bar, then it's white. You deplete the white bar, then it's green, then it's yellow, then it's fucking orange, then it's red.
When you get to the red, that's when that nigga, you gonna see some shit you ain't never seen before.
He about to pull out some tentacles and some eyeballs.
Nigga pulling out the one shots, the early. He just said,
yo, listen, one shots.
I don't care what your health is, bro. I'm hitting niggas with the cap damage, okay? Like, I'm hitting niggas with the maximum. Yeah, so
it's like some Final Fantasy shit.
Do not wait 1,000 years to go down there, dog. We can't wait that long. Like we think about
we're not gonna be here, so they can do what they want.
No, they can't do what they want because they
you
might
care
not
about.
They keep fucking around.
I was gonna say, you care about the survival of the human race? That's crazy.
My niggas, that's about it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And my niggas, people.
By you niggas. I mean, the world's about to end soon, so I'm just not gonna have kids.
Well, yeah, that's an option too. See that? You know what's funny? Like I heard a lot of people with that sentiment, and I mean, look, it makes perfect sense, and I even kind of halfway agree with it. Like I'm like, yeah, I'm on the fence with this shit, but I've definitely heard a lot of people who are like pretend like that's a ridiculous way to see it, and they're like, oh well, it's always been like that, and I'm like, yeah, but that's kind of the point. That's literally the point, is it not? It's always been like this, except
it's
now
always been like that, but exactly. That's what I was about to say. Has it always been like this?
The humans here anymore. It's the planet itself, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like, so think about it. If we've got bad people here and they've always been here, that means they're always going to be here. There's always going to be bad people, which means we're always going to have bad societies, bad government, so on and so forth. Right? Now, combine all that shit with bad climate, nigga. And now, how do you then save yourself from bad climate? Well, you would need a good government. Unfortunately, if you don't have one, you're burnt.
And we don't have one.
Government's good. That ain't enough, nigga. Because every government needs to be better. Because how else do you do it? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's one of those scenarios where I'm like, look, bro, I'm on the fence with that shit. I don't plan on having no kids no time soon. But it's like, to me, yeah, I get it. It's almost like, what is the point? Why would I sacrifice everything to then raise this person who didn't want to be here and probably ain't gonna want to be here once they get here? And then, you know what I mean, put them through this rat race, this fucking maze. All right, figure it out.
Are we kind of like at the point of no return already anyway? Like the scientists, they said a while ago that if we don't change our ways in 10 years, then we're done, and we haven't changed our ways.
When it comes to a lot of those predictions, I think a lot of them are predicated on the fact that humans won't unite, right? Like they'll never unite. I think most of them are predicated on, which is a pretty smart thing to predicate it on because, well, we're seeing it, right?
Yeah.
I think ultimately you do eventually get to a point, right? Now, again, that point might be absolutely too late. It probably will be, right? But then even then, there's still a survival here, right? It's like, all right, look, the storms are going to get worse. We're going to get fucked. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. What we got left, we can do our best to protect. Because let's be real here. If the money it would take to redo the entire United States infrastructure, that shit is a budget on its own. You know what I mean? That's like $1 trillion, $2 trillion right there on its own to weatherize everything, make everything good for floods, for snow, for wind, for fucking fire, nigga, for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're gonna need everything, nigga. It's everything happening. It's wildfires in the west, tornadoes in the fucking tornado alley. It's earthquakes out in the west too. It's mudslides and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got all that. You got all of that, and so theoretically, I think all these fucking predictions are predicated on the government's never just going to be like, hey, listen, let's spend everything we have on this and not our military. That's like,
that's again, never going to happen.
Right. And again, it's a pretty smart thing, but eventually you get to a point where, my nigga, something has to give. And I think something will eventually give, but unfortunately, it's going to take a lot of loss before things you get to that point. But at that point,
that's
the only
something
benefit
being given is going to be Florida falling into the ocean and
right.
California crumbling.
Point, man, think about it. You then have less shit to delegate, as harsh as it sounds, right? Because now it's like, all right, well, listen, if two of our biggest states just fell off our fucking map, well, one, I have the best evidence in the world that nigga, we have to do this. So I don't care what Congress says. I can just do anything I want, right? So it's but that's what I'm saying. Humans, unfortunately, usually need those type of events. You know what I mean? Like, we're not the type of people who can like predict and look into the future and say, yeah, we use our analytical skills and go, yeah, that's more likely to happen. Yeah. Okay, I see that. We don't do that. We're short-term beasts. You know what I mean? So it's like that is what would have to happen. It would have to be something cataclysmic, and even the cataclysmic shit might not be enough. We've seen Hurricane Harvey and all them other shits hitting. Niggas was like, oh, they sent the fucking cloud seeding and they built the hurricane and sent it to destroy it. And I'm just like, bro. Like, and again, when we get back into conspiracy theories, I always ask that they have to add up, and it's not this one don't, because it's like, bro, real estate niggas got in on this. That's the whole point, right? Real estate niggas are gonna buy up all the land after it gets smoked, but then the insurance niggas lose on this.
And the insurance niggas are the ones that are in charge, not the real estate niggas.
Well, theoretically, everyone's in charge. Money's in charge. It doesn't matter theoretically, right? So, but it's like, bro, how do you explain that? That's my point. Like, that's when we get to certain conspiracy theories where it's like, bro, make it make sense. You can't tell me one industry with billions is just going to smash another industry with billions, and they're just going to take that shit sitting down and they're going to be quiet about it, and no one's going to know about this plot, and they're going to destroy their own cities. No, bro, come on, man. I don't believe this. You can't sell me on that shit, bro.
What would we even? All right, so I do believe that the government has a weather machine.
Of course.
What would they gain from if anything, they're using it to fuck up other countries. They're not going to destroy their own infrastructure here.
Well, my thing is, the only thing they'd be testing here would be water. I would imagine.
Yes, a little bit of rain.
And shit that matters for certain areas.
You know if we could turn this weather machine on and get some water, maybe we could stop the drought in California.
Because you know what's funny? I remember someone was telling me niggas was creating, like, they was talking about the HARP machine and all that shit. I'm like, man, shut up, blah blah. And I looked into it right after they said it, and I was like, oh shit, nigga, they really creating weather. What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, remember, what was it, like a month or two ago, they were testing on how to make it snow in Dubai to cool down the temperature because it was like 118 degrees or something?
Yeah, bro, that's the same. So I looked into that. It's called cloud seeding, right? I looked into this too. And Israel was doing this in the 60s, nigga.
No way. The 60s?
Where to you? Israel was, I mean, obviously
we had that technology in the 60s.
You've been working on shit like this.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, I'm sure back then, like, the best you could do was just make it rain in like a small area. You know what I'm saying? Like, you probably, it wasn't good enough.
But you keep working on that technology for decades.
Yeah, and eventually you get to a point, and so that's my thing, right? So that's also another thing where, think about it. That then becomes a weapon you can use for two different reasons. Like, you can use it for good, you can use it for bad, and as you can see, niggas will probably use it for bad. But at the same time, like you were saying, why would I use this weather machine to destroy my own country when I can destroy niggas I don't like?
Exactly.
That doesn't even make sense. Like, don't get me wrong. There's people in my country I have a problem with. I'm not just gonna indiscriminately pick Houston. Gotta go. Yeah, like, what? It doesn't make sense.
It makes no sense at all.
State, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so.
And the main people that will be trying to destroy some shit are Republicans. So why would I destroy? Why would I destroy Florida or Texas? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Let me drop a storm and potentially threaten Jerry Jones's business. Yeah, let me do that. Like, that's just not how this works, bro. That is not.
Let me drop a storm in the state that's trying to take voting rights away from people. Y'all want a hurricane in Georgia real quick? Let's throw a hurricane in Georgia.
Hey, y'all want a hurricane in Kansas too? No, I can't do those. I get y'all a tornado though.
Yeah, we can't get a hurricane that far inland, but if we do it in this state, it'll eventually
somehow just showed up here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly, yeah.
It wouldn't be no front that predicted it. It would just be there. You know what I mean? Like, it would just be weird. Yeah, so I mean, so that's my whole thing. Like, but again, it also is something where you think to yourself, well, damn, if y'all can do all this, then this would be some amazing technology to use for good. But again, that's the type of shit that until something drastic happens, we don't even see it in our minds to think.
Yeah, like there's so many countries affected by drought where they can't grow any crops. It would be crazy if we just, including California is
one of
fucked
those
up.
really big states in our country. I can't remember the name of it.
It'd be crazy if we just made it rain and fixed drought so people can grow crops in places. That's wild. That's a crazy idea.
Wild, right? It wouldn't be wild in a state where like water companies are stealing the water that we like created water out of the clouds for them, so that way everyone could eat. Wouldn't that be dope?
Wouldn't it also be crazy, even if we didn't have a weather machine, if we just stopped a company from stealing water?
Oh, hey, okay, whoa. Hey, listen, buddy. I've got a friend, all right? His name is U.S. Consumerism.
I'm gonna get kidnapped, aren't I? I shouldn't have said that.
No, you're not kidnapped for that. Come on, it's not controversial.
It's not controversial to say that companies shouldn't be stealing water from people?
No, it's not controversial.
It's not controversial to us, but since the government isn't stopping it, it's controversial to someone.
It's not controversial to like highlight that or bring it because it's basically just it's like saying like, the government should take care of its people and not serve the interests of corporations. It's the same thing. That's like you can say that.
So so I could say the same company that's stealing water is the same company that was selling faulty drugs to countries in South America and people were dying from them.
Yeah, you can say all that.
And I won't go mention for that.
Is that what we talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Them niggas are nuts. A lot of them niggas are nuts. A lot of those transnational, like multinational fucking countries are just.
I remember reading about that. What was it? The banana company? I can't remember it. Monte Santos or something. Montos. It's some company that sells
Monsanto.
Yeah, the banana company.
GMOs. I don't think are they a banana company?
They sell bananas.
Seeds.
Wait, no, is it Monsanto? No.
They got in trouble because they were pesticides and all.
Oh no, I'm not thinking about them. It's a company that starts with an M that sells bananas now, and they were basically poisoning people back in like the 80s.
Yeah. There's a lot of those. Though. There was a guy in Brazil that I forgot his name. Oh, it was one of those commentators, like the political commentators, like I'm not gonna say his name, but it's a white guy who like eventually like ended up kind of sort of turning conservative, right? I'm just like, it's funny how that works. But he was breaking some case in Brazil about some corporation that was doing the same thing, right? Basically, where it happens all the time, whether it be South America, Africa, the Middle East, hell, here, nigga. You go to a bad county here in Alabama or a bad county in Missouri, and you'll see the same nasty shit.
Oh, I was right. It is Monsanto. I just looked it up. In 2012, a French court found Monsanto guilty of chemical poisoning of a farmer who reportedly suffered neurological problems after using one of the company's herbicides. In 2020, Bayer agreed to pay $10 billion. So I knew it was bananas and medicine combined. Bayer was a part of it.
Yeah,
Bayer agreed to pay $10 billion to settle thousands of lawsuits. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it was Monsanto. I was right. Yeah.
But see, and that's the thing that you get to a certain point where it's like what I was saying before, where it's like, nah, bro, that $10 billion don't because they don't ever get to these people anyway.
It gets to the governments who are finding them.
Yeah.
So like, what's even the point? You're taking money from the company. The people that are affected by this are not getting the money.
Dog, how much in sales do you think I made? I promise you it was a lot more than 10 bill. Like, bro, and everything I gained off of this, it might be like 100 bill, so you can take your 10%.
Listen to what I said. Monsanto, who works in fruit, is connected to Bayer. Bayer, the medicine people.
Power protects power, baby.
That is billions of dollars. $10 billion is nothing to these people. Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world, but think about all these companies, how much money these companies are worth.
Yes,
not just the owners.
What I will say though is $10 billion is not nothing. However,
no. It's nothing to the company.
Considering what you could be paying.
Exactly.
Right? You could be paying your entire livelihood here. Truth be told, right? Like
niggas should go to jail, honestly.
No, absolutely. This is, to me, these are the type of things that everyone involved, like, if we're not going to destroy or break down the company or give the death penalty to the company itself, at some point you have to decide, all right, we got to get niggas out of here. You got to get niggas out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because whoever's responsible for this, like it's certain shit, like that's always my issue. And that's how I know, the legal system is not, it's not meant
It's not
for
for
those.
us.
It's not never, it's not meant, it is for us. It ain't meant for them.
Oh, no.
You get what I'm saying?
I mean it the opposite way. Like, we're not going to benefit from it.
Oh, no, we
It's
won't.
not meant for us.
It's for us. It's meant for us. 100% meant for us. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. The other end. Yeah.
So that's what you see, because it's like, bro, how can you brazenly commit a crime and then you can just plead ignorance and you got a fall guy and he'll take the L? I mean, you see it with Joe Paterno, right? Remember,
and the fall guy don't even go to jail. The fall guy just says,
rarely,
my bad.
Right? Yeah, rarely.
He's tarnished, but he got a payoff, so it don't matter.
Fall guy gets fried because someone had to get fried, but then it's just like, bro, we know this fall guy ain't the dude. Come on, it ain't him.
That nigga family getting taken care of, and he's living in a lavish jail. He's not in some fucking hardened prison. He's in fucking.
He is in a hardened prison. He's the fall guy. I don't care. At this point, it's like, listen, yeah, sure, he was one of the guys involved. He should go to jail. But my nigga, he wasn't the mastermind. He wasn't even a second.
He ain't make no decisions. He was in the room.
He was the nigga who was bringing in coffees and shit, and he heard something, and they said, "Hey, look, bro, you've been overhearing a little bit of this shit, right?" He was like, "Yeah, what's going on?" Look, man, I wouldn't be asking you this if I didn't need it, but you think you could take the rap for this? Like, look, you'll probably do like 3 years, right? But we gonna make sure you comfortable. Your JPay gonna be straight.
Yeah, you're gonna have your books gonna be stacked in there, nigga. We gonna take care of your family while you in there too.
Yeah, you straight. He looking like 3 years.
Listen. You're gonna go to the same jail.
I know it's a lot.
Listen. It's a blue collar crime. You're gonna be playing tennis out there, yo. You're gonna be good. It's more like a detention center than jail.
They got badminton in the jail you going to.
Nigga,
you ain't going to no.
You seen Wolf of Wall Street? That jail Jordan Belfort was in. You going there? Niggas gonna be playing kickball, yo.
They said, bro, you gonna be in jail with other embezzlers, nigga.
Nigga, you gonna have a fucking TV in your jail cell. You don't even gotta leave that bitch if you don't want to.
You gonna watch Sports Center from his cell. Like, stop it. You'll be all right.
If I ever, for whatever reason, knock on wood, have to go to jail, I want to be rich first. Because I want to enjoy my time there. I need a phone and I need a TV.
So I don't go to jail.
Well, no, even, nigga, if you do there's some crimes so egregious, no matter how much money you got, you going to jail.
Listen, my goal in life is to never go to jail. You understand?
Well, yeah, that's my goal too. But I'm saying, if something happens where I gotta go, I want to have enough money where I can have a phone and have a TV in my cell. That's it.
Oh yeah, or you can take care of yourself at the very least in there.
Yeah, I need some money on my books so I can buy whatever I want. Because I'm not just gonna eat prison food every day.
Eat some Cheetos.
I mean, I'll eat some Cheetos, but yeah.
Cheetos. But all right, look. So let's get to anything on this list because we've only covered the extradimensional eel.
That was important.
So we can stay on the topic of lighthearted silliness. We can go to the crate challenge if you wanna address this tomfoolery.
How did this shit even start? I saw one video about it like a week ago, and then the shit just exploded out of nowhere.
Yeah. No, I mean, so that's to me like once I saw the first one, it made sense. That's why I kept seeing it. It made perfect sense. It's
easy to recreate.
Ridiculousness runs for 22 hours. It's the same reason.
Right? It's funny you mentioned ridiculousness because I see so many people saying the MTV is dropping off milk crates in the hood and secretly filming niggas getting fucked up so they can film more seasons of ridiculousness for the next 7 years.
Well, listen, man. Somebody dropping them motherfuckers off. It's probably the Bodega Alliance.
The Bodega Alliance. Where are they gaining from dropping them off? Where are they gaining from this?
They selling the crates.
To who?
Part I can't speak on.
Oh man.
Yeah. So when I saw the first one, I knew. Like I immediately knew.
You saw something. He's like, I know this is taking off.
Danger, the right amount of foolishness, and the right amount of just, I guess, brazenness. Right? It's just, look, bro. This is a challenge that looks hard, and if you fuck up, boy, do you fuck up. And you know that going into it. And
I just like how it's progressively gotten worse and worse. Like it's the first one I saw.
It got better for like 2-3 days, and then
the first one I saw, the crates weren't even that high, and it was on grass. And now niggas are stacking them shits to the sky and on concrete.
Bro,
I'm
the
like,
concrete ones was blowing mine. I was just like, yo, do none of y'all have bones? What is this?
You gotta have some type of, it is niggas just like, I'm different, I'm making it, and they get up there and they start wobbling like, oh,
I'm different.
I mean, it's fucked up. That's the only thought that I could. That's the only reason I would think that I would do it is. There's no doubt in my mind that I'm gonna make it across. Look, I'm 6'3", 320 pounds. If I fall off of some milk crates, I'm dying.
Yeah, fall off the milk crates 8 feet in the air. Yeah,
you know what? The bigger you are, the harder you fall. I'm 8 feet in the air, and I'm 6'3". I am fucking cracking my skull open and dying if I fall off some milk crates.
It don't matter how I fall, nigga. I'm dead.
So I'm either not doing this, or I'm 100% sure that I can make this work.
Yeah, my brother was like, "Yeah, I cooked this shit." I'm like, "Bro, I'm not doing this."
Exactly, I'm not doing this shit.
I am not insured right now. Okay, do you understand that?
Even if I was insured, I don't want to break an arm.
Exactly,
pointlessly.
But the fact that I'm not insured is the deal breaker here, bro. Listen, if anything goes wrong, I'm not going to Medi-Merge, nigga. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do it. 1 and 2. At least some of these niggas was having spotters. I started seeing that later on. I'm like, damn, yeah, finally we're learning something.
I started seeing them later on, and then they started disappearing again. Now, the last video I saw didn't have a spotter.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, you know what?
These niggas was kicking and pushing.
Oh, man.
I was like, no. See, that's like, niggas is cheering this shit on. This should not be allowed. Like, this
some niggas just need their ass beat.
As a community, we got to step in and violate niggas who do this. Because this is unacceptable. Bro, you could genuinely, I know this shit is hilarious. It looks funny. It looks funny every single time. I just want to get that clear. Seeing a nigga fall from 8 feet high crates, it always looks funny. But bro, there's a real nigga falling from 8 feet high and not expecting it. Like,
not expecting it, yeah.
And he might land on these plastic ass crates and smoke his shit. Like, bro, there is so much danger inherent in just doing this regularly. And when you kick this shit over, bro. Bro,
you could literally kill this nigga, and you going to jail for manslaughter.
Yeah, you gotta get super violated. Like, come on, bro. This is it's getting ridiculous.
You seen that video of the one nigga? They was in the alley, obviously on concrete, and he made it up to the top and then fell, and the nigga fell and hit his head on the crate. Like, if that crate wasn't there, he would have hit his head on concrete.
Yeah, and
he would have been gone.
And y'all would have watched that man lose his life. Like, bro, this is what I'm saying. I'm like, bro. Now, the funny one I did see was it had one where a cop, it was a white lady. A cop
I saw that one.
The nigga caught her, and oh my goodness, the memes, yo. The memes, they had the super nigga meme.
Superman, the black Superman holding.
I was just like, but to me, listen, like, my whole thing is, I'm like, listen, I don't mind
some tomfoolery.
Yeah, I don't mind some tomfoolery. I don't mind a little danger neither. But it's just like, dog, I need y'all to at least try to make this safe for yourselves.
Put some mats down on each side. Put some yoga mats down. Something.
Maybe gotta get some spotters, bro. At least the spotter will break your fall. Maybe that nigga don't.
He's not gonna catch you, but at least something.
Bro, like you said, if your ass fall, no one's saving you. Someone's just breaking your fall. Like, bro, listen. Put some arms out, slow me down a little bit. That's it. That's all I need. If you can stop my velocity by like 40%, you might save me, nigga. That's it.
Did you see the video of the fat dude? He stacked like 3 crates up, and he stepped on the first crate, and he took one step on the second crate, started wobbling, and he fell. And then the video immediately cut to him in the hospital on the respirator. I'm like, yeah, that's what happened with me if I did that. See, he's doing this video for the big people.
Yo, you see the UK one where they had like the bread bags?
The wide ones? Yeah.
Like rubber. I'm like, yo, what? Why would y'all, if y'all felt the consistency of this?
Yeah. Bro, I was watching, I was like, them shit's not even wobbling. She just walking up, and then she hit one, and it just, like, her foot just divoted, like she stepped into some silly putty or something, and that bitch just slipped out, and I was like, oh, this is worse.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, this is significantly worse. I mean, to me, I feel like the only way it's better is that if you fall on these, it'll be a soft.
It won't hurt. Yeah,
that's about it. Like, But yeah, so look, it's the right level of ridiculousness. I think a lot of people needed it.
I'm surprised more people haven't been injured. I've only seen 2 people get injured so far.
Yeah,
I saw one person, they broke their foot so bad that shit was facing the other direction. And I seen somebody break their wrist and their wrist was like hanging down. Those are the only 2 I've seen so far, but I'm sure there's probably more that didn't make it to the highlights.
Shit, people fail to realize is like, dog, like we've seen like world-class athletes injure themselves in like pickup softball games and shit, like basketball games. Like, so y'all not understanding, bro. You are regular citizens, regular human beings. Some of y'all niggas haven't worked out in 8 months, maybe more, maybe longer.
You definitely ain't stretched before you did this shit.
Definitely ain't stretched before you did this shit. So when you land your body, you're gonna be stiff as hell. You're gonna be tense as shit, and that shit gonna hurt. Like, bro.
The only niggas I seen complete this challenge was drunk.
I feel like that's when you drunk, it's the right mixture of
like you wobbling, but the crates wobbling, and it's like the vibrations are aligning. You're wobbling and the crates wobbling are one, so you can get across.
You can counter the wobble perfectly. Just nah.
You're in harmony with the crates.
I'm in harmony with the.
Did you see the Atlanta Hood Olympics where it was like 7,000 people participating in the stair challenges, and they got kicked out of one park and had to go to another, and the police were regulating it, like getting people up to the line. There was helicopters and shit.
Ryan, hell no. I did not see this.
Yeah, it happened, I think, over the weekend. It was pretty fucking funny to watch.
That shit sounds funny as hell.
There's also a pandemic going on, and I didn't see a single person wearing a mask in that crowd.
Yeah.
But I'll digress from that. There's no point talking about that.
Ranking events. The 7,000 that went there was probably significant.
It wasn't really 7,000. It was hyperbole, but it was a lot.
Probably like 1,000, maybe.
Probably like 1,000. Yeah.
So yeah, that's, don't get me wrong. Like, I get what you're saying, but that's significantly lower on the list rather than the super spreader events like
Lollapalooza.
I guess, right? Just a regular spreader. Ain't special, nigga.
I mean, Atlanta been doing that. They don't give a fuck no more.
Yeah, but it's in Atlanta, mind you. 2,000 is tame. Them niggas is actually doing y'all a favor. Like, they could easily said, nah, open the shit up to 15. 15? Yeah, open up to 15.
Well, I mean,
we don't got enough cops for that.
Wasn't shit to open up. This wasn't a sanctioned thing. They just showed up to a park.
That's
the
what I'm
cops
saying.
got called because it was so many people. So
and the cops seen what they was doing. Was like, oh, this silly shit. Now hold on. We gonna let it rock. We gonna let it rock, but we gotta regulate this. It's too many of y'all. Somebody gonna get injured. And the cops was on bullhorns like, all right, if you got numbers so and so, please step up to the crates. I feel like, damn, y'all niggas. Wow, isn't this what policing should be about?
It should be. It's crazy, right? Not shooting people. Right.
This is what policing is really about. Like, like, bro, that's supposed to be it, bro. Y'all supposed to be doing this.
This is y'all job. Y'all public servants.
Be doing like it ain't that like in an ideal society, right? You just don't need these niggas to be violent. Like, bro, it's simple shit, bro. People are very simple. Human beings are simple. The cops are simple. The people on the other side are simple. The civvies, I hate it. You know what's funny?
Civvies.
I'm on a tangent, but I have always hated that word, the description. I've heard a lot of people say civvies, and every time I heard somebody say it, it made me angry, like violently angry. Like, I've heard military niggas say it.
I was about to say, I've worked on military bases for a good portion of my adult career. I've worked on like at least bare minimum 8 different military bases, and that, like I said, that's bare minimum. It's probably more. And I've never heard a nigga say civvy to me. I've never heard a nigga call me a civvy.
No,
if a nigga call me that,
they might have said civilian, but even civilian at least shows some respect, right?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You said the whole thing out, like you said, yeah, you know, civilians don't understand.
This fucking civvy trying to sell me something.
That's a slur, bro. Like,
that's a slur.
No way you
fucking civvies.
I don't violate you, yo. That's the shit. Like, nigga ain't hear nothing. That's like you in another country, and a nigga has no idea what you're saying, but he heard you say civvy. He said, no, hold on, what'd you say?
What that mean?
No. What you say? Run out. What did he say? What did he just say?
You said I'm from Slovakia? Nah, bro.
He said, nah, man, these niggas is civvies. They don't get it. No. Hold on. What do that mean, bro? We need to find out right now what that means. I won't violate. That sounds like some violation shit.
Civvy. That's such a... Who came up with that, yo? I want to talk to that nigga.
You know who else? And it's funny, I actually didn't mean for this to be a transition, but it ends up working. You know who else called people civvies? I've seen some sex workers call people civvies before. Didn't like that.
Don't like that.
But on the topic of sex work, let's talk about OnlyFans fully banning sexual content and then reneging on their ban.
Okay. All right. So this is the perfect place to talk about this because actually earlier today I made a tweet saying that I don't like being actually type of nigga, but I keep seeing a lot of people saying that OnlyFans is reneging and they know where the money is, so they're gonna bring it back. And I'm like, so y'all didn't actually read any of the stuff that they sent out or any type of articles surrounding this, did y'all? I'm seeing like so many people saying that, oh, they knew where the money was, so they had to bring it back because they was gonna lose money. I'm like, no.
That as well.
Yeah, no, y'all
the money would be on the other side, actually, if we're being honest.
Exactly. So like, and like I said, I don't want to be like a actually type of nigga, but y'all don't know what y'all talking about. I understand, get your memes off, but the whole reason that they banned this in the first place is because the credit card companies, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, decided they didn't want anything to do with sex work. So it's not even OnlyFans; it's the companies that your clients, you know, the niggas that subscribe to your OnlyFans. The niggas whose credit cards give you money, they said no sex work. So it's not OnlyFans. So all this shit like, oh, they're reneging. No, it wasn't them to begin with. Y'all worked there. Y'all are on OnlyFans. Y'all didn't even read the emails they sent.
Technically, no, it is reneging because even though they're pressured,
you
can choose to operate without it. Now it's a death wish. But that's what they did, right? So they initially banned it. They said, yeah, fuck that. No,
they going down with the ship, and I respect it.
And so now they say, nah, fuck that. You know what? We're going to have to rock out. So again, that's reneging. I get what you're saying. Like, it was never their
They didn't know it was reneging. They thought it was reneging for a different reason. Like, oh, the sex work is leaving, so the money is leaving.
Nigga, Visa, MasterCard, those niggas made the decision for them. They said, exactly. We're just not going to accept your money no more for OnlyFans. How about that? Yeah, I just won't take your money no more. If they say OnlyFans on this shit or the CC that, yeah, guess what? I just won't accept it. How about that? And a nigga from OnlyFans said, okay, I'm gonna go to my niggas and tell them what you said. Niggas started going, wow.
What?
Yeah. So he said, wait, okay, who said this? He said Visa, MasterCard, I think Amex said it too. He said, oh my God. Are there other cards than those? There's Discover.
There's Discover.
I forgot about Discover. They said,
does anybody even use Discover card anymore? I haven't seen a Discover card.
I have a Discover card. All right, so what? They still take rush cards?
What can you put up? Rush card.
They still take rush cards? They take Chime?
Chime. Well, even Chime gives you a Visa debit card. So that's how I know that.
They give you a Visa. What about Cash App?
Cash App gives you a card with a holder too. These companies aren't banks. They give you a card through a bank.
They operate with Visa, yeah. But I'm just trying to think like maybe you operated through somebody who wasn't them. But why would
who else is left other than Discover? What other credit card companies are there or banks are there?
I mean, there's more banks, but if you're talking about
major banks, it's Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover. Who else?
And Capital One's not a bank. Like they don't have cards.
No, Capital One has. I have Capital One Bank. I have a MasterCard. So
yeah, I have a MasterCard too. I that's another thing. I hate that people be they be violating niggas with MasterCards. What's that about, yo?
I don't know. I haven't been violated.
Not violated, but like I've seen a couple places say they like, nah, we don't take MasterCard. I'm like,
hello, what? That's second place.
No,
that's
my college was like that. My college was like, we don't take MasterCards. I'm like, why though?
How? But you take Discover?
But you take money, motherfucker. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, it's money on all of the cards. What the fuck are you talking about?
I can understand not taking Discover, but MasterCard in my mind is second behind
money on my
No. Discover is like dying now. I understand why niggas not taking Discover because
dying niggas last dollars. What the fuck are you talking about?
Companies have to pay these companies for every transaction they get.
If the metrics say that Discover niggas ain't worth shit.
Exactly. But how do your metrics in any way possibly say MasterCard is not worth it? That's second place, nigga. Visa, MasterCard, American Express, the rest of them Discover.
I don't know, bro. They don't take MasterCards. I was sick.
That's crazy. That's
lasted
unbelievable.
For a while, and I was just like, yo, y'all not gonna change this or nothing? Like, it's just gonna be like this for good. Why y'all not taking my bread?
So I gotta go to an ATM anytime I want to shop here at my own school where I live on campus.
No. It was just a bursar. You could
Oh,
that was even
what?
exactly. That was what made it even worse. When you tried to pay like your bill off, like through like student accounts, bursar, all that shit, they wouldn't accept MasterCard. You could go anywhere on campus with that MasterCard and swipe that motherfucker. They want your money.
I gotta jump through hoops just to give y'all my money. So I gotta fucking get a money order and give it to you in person, or
the only reason why it was beneficial was because I had it was a credit card.
Oh,
it was a credit card. It was only like $800. So realistically, I wasn't paying for tuition with that anyway. Like, but it was one time I had like, it was like, all right, I only had like $600 left, and I wanted to put it on the card, but I couldn't, and I was sick. I was like, fuck, man, damn. Y'all niggas don't take credit cards, bro. It's money. What?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's MasterCard money.
I'll never understand that, nigga. Damn.
But back to the OnlyFans shit, right? One thing I did think was pretty interesting or pretty fascinating, I guess I would say, was
wait, before you get to the main point, let's work our way up to it. I want niggas' brains to start reacting. So like for a while now, it seems like there's been a crusade against sex work. Not just with OnlyFans, Tumblr banned sex work. And the reason they banned not sex work because you're not working on Tumblr, but Tumblr banned like sex and pornography and all that shit. Yeah. And the reason they banned it is because the Apple Store told them if you don't get rid of it, then we won't have you in the App Store. So there's big companies behind this sex ban. And for the longest time, people, me included, have been thinking that they're really trying to demonize and criminalize sex in everyday life. But you found something that not contradicts because it goes hand in hand, but something a little bit deeper.
Yeah, right. So I found something a little bit deeper. And so basically what this is saying is that it's a long thread of Twitter why am I stumbling? It's a Twitter thread talking about OnlyFans, right? And what people are getting wrong about the story. And I suppose I'll post the link in the actual YouTube comments. But this story is very interesting, right? Because it basically speaks to how a lot of these anti-sex work and anti-sex movements that are like, big movements are being funded by Christian dominionists, right? So if anyone doesn't know
what's a dominionist?
Right, so you know what a dominion is, right? Like almost like a kingdom and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
So a dominionist is people who believe in the presence or the existence of a dominion, a Christian dominion, as in the Christian
Wouldn't the Christian dominion be the kingdom of God, heaven?
Well, these folks, that's what happens when they die. But while they're here, their job is to set up the Christian dominion here. Right. So while they're here, their job is to set up it's kind of sort of like how like almost like Zionism and the Christian dominionists go together because they add up. They make sense together. So long story short, they're basically just saying that there was a guy who wrote an article in the New York Times, and it was an opinion piece talking about Pornhub and accused Pornhub of profiting off of revenge porn, and all types of other nasty shit. And don't get me wrong, Pornhub absolutely was.
Definitely.
Like, they were notoriously bad for being trash, but moderating any of this shit. There were a lot
Did they do any moderating? You could find anything on Pornhub last year.
And don't get me wrong, I'm sure Pornhub wasn't even the first or the last. It won't be. I'm sure Xvideos I'm sure all of those sites had the same exact problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure even the mid-tier sites, the sites that's only getting 10 million viewers, still got the same problem. But here's the thing. They were basically saying that the guy who wrote the story in the New York Times agenda didn't mention that one of his primary sources was a founder of this place called Trafficking Hub, right? She works for a group called Exodus Cry, right? Which is a Christian group that is, among other things, anti-sex, anti-homosexuality. And so basically what they're saying is these people don't necessarily care about sex trafficking or the videos. Their whole point is to basically push the agenda for it. Now, however it happens, right? Sex trafficking sounds good, right? If I pretend all these women are being trafficked right, and make that seem like it. Then you, because think about it. When it comes to sex is one of the few topics where everyone does it, but no one wants to speak on it. No one wants to talk about it. Every single person on earth is involved in sex, right? I mean, minus, the damn kids, but everyone else is involved in sex in one way or another. But no one talks about it. No one wants to regulate it. Nobody wants to put any restraints on it. Nobody wants to make a commission for a committee. Nah, I don't even want to do rules. Ooh, I don't even want to get into that, right? And so what happens is when the government itself decides to step out of this shit, someone has to step in. So groups like this Exodus Cry group, and a lot of these other groups step in. And that's where they fill that void, where basically they use these tactics to essentially attack institutions, right? They use these type of tactics to, really try to attack the people. Because it's like, to them, it's like, listen, I don't care about the sex trafficking and all that, because I'm not spending my money on that. I'm spending my money to attack porn. You know what I'm saying? Because Pornhub's the problem. I don't care about the sex trafficking.
How is Pornhub the problem when the people
anti-sex? They don't care. They don't care. Whatever you're about to say, they don't care. You get what I'm saying? Like,
wait. No, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, if you're saying you're a Christian, you're anti-sex, but these people don't want to have sex. They're being trafficked against their will into sex.
Mind you, what they say is, right, they do have a whole bunch of little programs that they do, and that's the other part. That's the bottom of it, right? Because there's a top and a bottom. The top is to the big scale push against institutions. The small scale shit is you have these little places where you save the women and you do this. And I'm not gonna sit up here and say that that's not actually what they do. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna, I don't know what they do. They probably do, because that's what they're supposed to do. It's like outreach projects and all these other things. But the problem is, it's all being done with a goal in mind, which is, all right, look what they did to you. It was sex that did it to you. It was it was this nigga.
It was this nigga. Exactly.
It was one guy. It wasn't sex. It was him. Right? But it's what they do. And so basically what they were saying is that a lot of these anti-trafficking groups have shut down AIDS programs that work with sex workers and replaced them with abstinence-only programs. Yeah. Now, granted, if you got AIDS, bro, abstinence only, that's not who are you talking to. Yeah, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Right? They've made police do trafficking raids that are just crackdowns on sex work. Right? And because
how they even have influence on police?
No, because it's the same thing. They go to the police and they say, "Oh, we think so and so's going down here." So what do the police do? They show up. It's people using the police as their personal attack force. We've seen this. This is what people in power do. Right,
this so white people do, calling the police on black people.
Oh, listen, there's some black dominionists out here too. Don't get fucked up.
No, I'm just saying, like in general, like the whole bird watching situation.
Like, straight power. Like power will do this. Like if you're a dominionist through and through, it won't matter. You don't give a shit about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like white, black, you don't care. Whoever's on the fight to create this Christian kingdom, nigga. Like that's it. If you hit me, bro, you my brother. You Christ brother, nigga. You Christ's son. But I thought this was interesting because when I framed this next to another thing, there was it was a random news story, and I don't even remember if I mentioned it on the pod, but I told someone about it. It was about these kids in like
Botswana.
Oh, it was like Minnesota or some shit. It was these two kids like doxed. It was a candidate. And he was running for like a city council.
Wait, your mic broke up. You said it was two kids that doxed a candidate running in Minnesota?
For like city council. It might not have been Minnesota. I'm not sure. But they doxed this guy who was a candidate, right? And they found him on these forums and all this other shit. And they got him to say a bunch of shit that he believed in. Now, he believed he was a white supremacist, but he was also a Christian dominionist, right? Because in his ideal world, and they was like, all right, so what's like the ideal America look like to you? He said it's one of two things, whichever is more easily attainable. One is just white supremacy, right? A white world, a white nation. Now that seems a bit more hard, right? Like that's a harder thing to accomplish because of where we are. So in his head, he was like, what's more reasonable and much more attainable is a Christian kingdom.
No sex, no gay people.
Right? A Christian kingdom with a protected white majority. Those were his words. And in my head, I was thinking like, oh shit. This nigga's talking.
See, this is the real New World Order that fucking conspiracy theory niggas be talking about.
Bro,
it is right here.
What he said that, and I'm like, wait. And then I tied it to the OnlyFans. I'm like, wait. Oh, and I remember seeing this documentary, and oh my goodness, I can't remember the name. I can't remember. I'm gonna hate that I can't remember it because I want to go back and watch it again. But it was about like Christian influence in politics, and they were talking about this meeting. It's like a prayer breakfast, the national prayer breakfast, some shit that they have, and they were talking about a whole bunch of stuff, and pretty much how a lot of that is happening, right? A lot of that Christian dominionist niggas are in the ears of these politicians, not just in America, nigga, everywhere. Like they're going to Lithuania, nigga. They're going to Estonia. They're going, you know what I mean, anywhere. Because again, it's about a Christian dominion. So I will go to any hellhole. I'll go to any corner of the earth you want me, nigga, because I have a greater mission, quote unquote. This is, you know what I mean? I don't believe this shit, but that's what they saying. Right? Yeah. They got a greater mission. Nigga, this is about a Christian kingdom. So for them, in their eyes, oh nigga, they'll go wherever. Where you want me? Where the fuck is Lit? I don't know where. I don't know what that is. Where's Lesotho? I don't know where that is. Okay, hey, I'll go. I'll go.
You know, a lot of what was it last podcast or the podcast before? We were talking about, or maybe like a few ago, we were talking about Japanese torture, right? And how they were torturing Christians, right? So people like to demonize these countries for egregiously, vapidly getting rid of anybody with Christian ideology when Christians are going as far as they can to push this dominion. It's like these countries
have been doing it. Like let's not
the Crusades. They've been doing. Christians have been flaying niggas and putting salt in the wounds.
Yeah, this is a mission that niggas have had since the first time they realized they could use this to take shit over.
Yeah, so like people like to demonize countries that, you know, don't want Christianity, but listen to what Christianity is doing, or what people, not Christianity, it's not, obviously it's not God's fault, but people, look what people are doing in the name of Christianity.
Yeah, and that's what happens every time. Like I always tell people, like a Christian dominionist is no different than like ISIS, nigga. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Same thing. You will go to any lengths, because I tell people this all the time, right? There's certain things, like think about it. Like for a sports team, some niggas would die for their sports team, but not everybody. Not a lot of niggas neither, right? Some niggas would like die for the 76ers. I don't know about that one.
Well, the niggas win, but no, ain't no way.
Who might die for the 76ers. But then what's one thing where death is almost a part of it? It's religion, right? Think about it. Death is inevitable. So in religion, it's the whole story. Nah, you live your life right. After you go, you all good. So then if you can trick these idiots into thinking living your life right means Christian dominion, well, at that point, now they have a holy mission. And my nigga, you can't, there's no greater motivation than that. Think about it. If that's actually like, and I'm talking about good or bad, like whether you're using it the right way or the wrong way, if you feel like it's your mission from God, sent from the heavens above, nigga, to establish the Christian kingdom on earth, if that's what you think, bro, you will stop at no end to get that. You'll leave your wife, you'll leave your family, you'll do anything for that, because that's bigger than everything.
My issue with this whole philosophy is, well, it's not a philosophy. My issue with this as a whole is, you have to have enough common sense.
Faith overrides that. That's the whole point. That's why they use faith.
No, it doesn't, because I'm Christian. You're Christian. You have to.
I know, but not everybody is as strong-willed as you gotta understand. Some people are weak-minded. So when you take a weak-minded person, install that in them, nigga, it's easy. You know how it goes.
So this shit is like a cult.
Yes. That's why I said it's ISIS, nigga. It's the same shit. I mean, would you call ISIS a cult? I don't know, but it's ISIS, nigga. It's the Taliban. It's the same shit.
It's ISIS, but they don't have to resort to the violence because they have manipulation and political. Yeah, it's the same exact shit.
It does have to resort to the boots on the ground shit. I can get like that too. Again, they did it. They did it. They'll do it. So that's my whole thing. That's always the part where I'm just like, yo, that's crazy. But I remember reading this and I was like, yo, this is nuts. I can't believe it, because
whenever
the Christian with the protected white man, nigga, that is hello.
Whenever I learn about shit like this, it just blows me, because I'm just thinking, like, I just think about myself. I'm like, I can't think about what I would have had to go through in my life to fall for some shit like this. Like, what happens in these people's lives to make them?
graphic though. That's the thing. Like, bro, it can be as simple as you are just freaking something I've always known. I've always known faith, right? And I've always had, let's say I had a decent connection with God, and I
Nigga,
fell
I know
out with
what
God.
faith is too. What?
Okay, but again, why are you seriously underestimating the power of a weak mind? Like, bro, you can do anything to someone with a weak mind. It
I
doesn't
guess I
matter.
am because I don't have a weak mind. I'm just trying to run through all the processes in my brain of how I can fall into a cult.
I'll tell you what, it's easier to fall for this Christian Dominion shit than it is to believe ivermectin fucking works. And yet niggas do it anyway. You get what bro, you took a horse dewormer and thought that would work. If you would do that, you would have been fell for this shit.
Okay.
You would have fell for this shit.
Okay.
When Trump said it the first time, you would have fell for it. But yeah, so yeah, this shit is wild. I mean, I'm Christian. I support, the Muslims, and I support every other religion out here. Yo, y'all get y'all shit off. Now, I mean, we all support the same God as far as I'm concerned.
It's all the same thing in my book. Literally, it's just different tellings of the same thing.
Yeah, some niggas like to get a little more, like
detail
with it. Like, yo, we got 38 gods. Like, damn, that's a lot. How y'all remember them?
I was gonna say, even outside of religion, think about mythology. Jesus, God, the whole Christianity, Judaism, it all goes back to Mesopotamia. Gilgamesh, there was a whole story about Jesus from Mesopotamia, the Sumerians.
So much in common.
It just keeps getting passed down. It's the same thing.
Even a lot of Native American stories are like
same thing, right?
I don't know. Again, is it chicken or egg? I don't fucking know what came first, but it don't matter because it's like I can tell y'all see each other.
Chicken and egg is here, so yeah, we know what's exactly.
All right, so yeah, all right, so we off the Christian Kingdom. So let's slide off of that one quickly. What else we got to chat about?
A lot.
Yeah, where you want to go with these remaining topics?
Let's do the fruit tier list.
Want to do the fruit tier list? All right, if we do that, that's probably gonna be it.
Yeah, no, because we're gonna be here a minute. Because the rest of these topics are kind of heavy, and I don't feel like talking about. It shit's been talked about to death already.
Incredibly true. That's something we can do. All right.
Wait. Self-tying shoes. Wait, no. Fruit tier list. We'll do self-tying shoes later. That's a good one though. That's it.
But anyway, yeah. All right. So boom. So go to tier maker, right? Go to tier maker. Type in fruit tier list. Should be the first one.
Hold on. Let me see.
They got a piss tier. I'm crying. Or is that my
what?
Nah, I think I made that one. This is because I did one.
What is the piss tier?
Piss tier, worst fruits that there are, nigga. There's only one fruit in it.
Oh! I thought it was a piss tier list.
Nah, I already know that you've been drinking and you in the bathroom alone. That's yeah.
You said fruit is the first one, right, on the fruit tier list.
You say fruit label tier list.
I see absolute fruit, and the last one is fruit in all caps.
You went to Google and typed in fruit tier list though, right?
Yeah, all right. I'm at the main page. I searched fruit tier list, but
first one is not create an ultimate fruit.
Wait, hold on. Let me type in fruit.
Got a bunch of shit on here I ain't never heard of, so some of these I'm gonna skip. A lot of these actually, I ain't know. I'm like, bro.
No, I type in fruit, and the literal first one is fruit. Should I go to categories instead of searching fruit?
Man, I don't know, but I'll tell you what.
Let me just go to create.
Where I just have the visual. I wanted us both to see it, but if
okay, you could do it. Yeah.
So we got S, A, B, C, D, and I've never had this. I'm considering putting an F here. I removed piss for I've never had this. Because I just put all the piss in D. But all right, let's start. Green apple. I'm gonna go B tier.
I was thinking B too.
See, I would put it. I think apples in general are usually A's. Green apples, I'm not a fan actually.
There's some apples that are not A's, like what is it? The royal apples. Those are C tiers.
Yeah, some apples are mid.
Yeah, there's definitely some mid apples out there. Green apples definitely B.
Right. So green apple B. We got red apple. I'm putting that for A. I think it's tried and true.
I mean, it's different. What kind of red apple?
It's just red apple, baby.
Just red apple.
They don't say gala apple or I don't know. Red apples
Yeah,
are
just
A.
all of them in general. Yeah, most red apples are good.
All right, cool. Now we got apricot. Apricot. I'm gonna go with C, and it's not out of disrespect. I just don't think apricots offer much.
I've never had a fresh apricot in my entire life. I've only had dried apricots in like those dried fruit packs.
It's better. I'd say a fresh apricot is almost B tier, but still, then it's just overall all of its uses. I'm gonna go with C.
We can go with C on that. We can go with C.
Go with C. We can go is avocado fruit? Yeah, I guess so. Avocado. I'll go with B tier. I used to hate avocado. I used to think shit was mid, but
I say sear. I say sear. I say C. Avocados to me are just bland, flavorless. I don't like the texture. The only time I like avocado is when there's some shit in it. I like guac. I like when you do some shit with avocado.
Like, is getting me close to a B tier with the avocado. Like that alone, like nigga, even if that's your only use ever.
Okay, then yeah, that's a B. But avocado alone, just sliced up and put on bread, or that shit is disgusting. It's nothing. It tastes like nothing.
We got bananas next.
You know what? When I was younger, I didn't like bananas, but the older I get, I realize I love bananas if they are at the appropriate temperature at the appropriate time in their life cycle. I don't like warm bananas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want no brown. The shit needs to be not cold, but a little bit more than room temperature a day after it was just plucked. It's got to be cool. A cool banana. Or cut up in some cornflakes. That shit hit.
Oh, the banana slices on the bread with the honey and the almond butter.
Yeah, I'll give bananas a strong B+, A- if in the right conditions.
I'm willing to give banana an A. I know I have a friend who hates bananas. She says the texture, all that shit, and I was like, sis, I'm sorry for your loss. You are insane.
I have no problem with bananas. I absolutely hate banana flavored things. That shit literally makes me sick. It makes me want to throw up.
Be the problem.
Like, just think about a banana Laffy Taffy right now is making me want to throw up.
I like banana Laffy Taffies, but I don't like banana flavored things. But anyway, next we got blackberries. I think I'm gonna put blackberries at B. I think of all the berries, I genuinely think it's the worst. No, not the worst.
I was just saying,
that's ridiculous. But it's not the best berry. It's good. Blackberry juice is really good.
I would agree with a B because I've had blackberries out of season and in season, and there's not a lot of change, honestly. They usually taste about the same. They taste okay. And they taste pretty good. Not great. B works for me.
Okay. Next, we got blueberries.
That's also a B for me. I've had blueberries 7 million times in my life, and they're always... I've had some super, super sweet blueberries, but that is super rare. They're usually just kind of...
I was tempted to put blueberries in A, just off the strength of its versatility and how good them shits is, but...
Yeah.
I think B+ is like, we don't have a B+, but I think B+.
B works for me. If bananas are A-, blueberries are B+. Yeah.
Next, we got cantaloupes.
D.
I'm
not a fan of cantaloupes. I like other melons. I like honey melon.
I can't imagine a cantaloupe's worse than apricot. Like,
I'm just not a fan of cantaloupes, man. If I get a fruit salad, I eat every single thing and I leave that fucking orange shit at the bottom. I'm just not a fan of cantaloupes.
I'll cook cantaloupe anyway, but
I can
agree with D. It's not very good.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one.
I'm gonna give coconut a B.
Yeah,
give it a strong B.
I'll get coconut. Yeah, I'll give it that. No disputes here.
I just think a lot of people don't like coconut. I'm just like,
that coconut meat be hitting. If you don't like coconut water, I suggest you eat a coconut straight. That meat be hitting.
It's just niggas don't know, bro.
They don't. They never had a fresh coconut cracked open for them. That's what they're missing.
What else? We got cherries. Cherries. I'm gonna go with C. I know this is a little. This might be a controversial opinion, but I'm not a huge cherry guy.
I'm not a huge cherry guy.
But
yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm not a huge cherry guy either, but I like them enough to say B minus. It depends on the season because I've had some really good cherries, but if you eat them out of season, then it's like, what the fuck am I eating? And you gotta work for them. You put them in your mouth. You gotta pick out the stem, and you gotta take out the fucking the seed.
I tell people this all my time. The fruits that require me to work are going to make me upset. That's why apricots are C.
I agree.
It's why a lot of this shit is down.
Well, no. I agree, but at the same time, a kiwi is S plus for me. It damn sure do. Unless you get it from a store where it's already cut, which is the only time I get kiwis.
Oh, maybe cut that in half, get the spoon and scoop that. All right, look. All
right. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
B on for the strength of you.
No, you can go C. It's not even worth it. It's, like I've had some really good cherries, but having to work for it is the problem. Wait, are maraschino cherries actual cherries, or are they like man-made? The super sweet ones that go in drinks?
Go crazy. I have no clue. Them shits, they strike me as
those are like all sugar. That's got to be man-made.
They strike me as like not being.
Yeah, they can't be. Oh no.
Let me look at this shit. It's probably just candied cherries. Is a preserved?
That's what I would think. Yeah.
From light colored sweet cherries. So basically, they take sweet cherries.
It's pretty much all sugar. Yeah. Okay.
I wonder why. All right. Cranberries is next. Cranberry.
I've never eaten a cranberry in my life, but off the strength of cranberry juice is S tier.
Yeah, bro, listen. No funny shit. Cranberries. So like you said, I hadn't had cranberries at like ever, like just raw cranberries. And then I think I started getting these boxes that get the fruit and veggie deliveries and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, one of them was like, "Yo, it's like a 3-pound bag of cranberries for like $3." I was like, "Damn, nigga, that's like a good deal."
3 pounds?
Yeah, right? It was on sale from like $9. I'm like, "Yeah, okay, cool, sure. 3 pounds, $3. I'm doing the math." I bought them home, bro. These shits were smacking. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Yo, these shits bang like this?" I was like, "Nah, I just gotta get that." So I ordered 2 more the next time. And I think I wanted to make like a cranberry cobbler or some shit with it, but I think we ended up just making smoothies and shit with it. But I think off of the strength of all of that, and like you said, cranberry juice, I think cranberry is an S tier fruit. I think I've
had like some super tart, like organic cranberry juice with no sugar added. So I just always thought cranberries like weren't good. But you had cranberry, they were like that?
They were sweet, but they were still a little tart, but they were good. They were good.
Oh man, I need to get some cranberries. So yeah, cranberries S tier off top. The juice good, the fruit itself good. Yeah, S tier.
Next we got dragon fruit. Dragon fruit, I'm a little torn on. Dragon fruit good in mixes. Like when you mix dragon fruit in something, and even by itself, it's not bad. It's just kind of tasteless.
Yeah, I'd say B. Just off the shit that mixing the shit.
I'm willing to give it a B though, because I've eaten a raw, like straight up dragon fruit before. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah,
enjoyed it. It wasn't like amazing.
It's one of them fruits that it depends on the season. It's one of them fruits because I've had really good dragon fruit and I've had really bland dragon fruit that basically is avocado. Okay. So mixing it with a drink, that's
Now we're getting into the scary territory.
This is where niggas devolve into chaos and shouting.
We got grapefruit.
F.
Okay, yeah.
Piss. All right. Piss tier.
All right, we can move on. Next, we got red grapes.
A. Green grapes are S.
Green grapes,
I like green grapes more than red grapes. I'm sorry. I like a little bit of sour.
Frozen green grapes, God tier.
Okay. All right, we on the same page. All right.
Tier. Frozen green grapes.
Okay, so we on the same page with that.
And she came out with like a 4-pound thing from like Costco or some shit of frozen green grapes.
I remember when I've had that shit in decades. I remember being a kid eating frozen grapes from Costco. Yo, you just unlocked a memory in me.
Nigga.
Ooh,
she had a big ass tray. I'm like, what the fuck is this? She's like, yeah, yo, blah blah. I'm like, okay. I ate a couple. I'm like, yo, Beast.
Damn.
I can't let her know it's good though. Like, it's alright.
Why can't you let her know it's good? You at her house already?
It's whatever. It's whatever. But anyway, next we got Kiwi. I'm gonna go with S and just keep it moving.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with A because of the work you got to put in.
A?
Listen, A plus, S minus. Kiwis are amazing fruit. I love kiwi, but the hair, you got to get through the hair. That's what I'm downgrading for.
Yo, I used to know a nigga. I'm telling you, it was this Swedish white boy. I used to
know. He just ate it, didn't he? He just bit into it.
He got the bite.
They call it roughage. It's roughage.
Yeah, man. Yo,
when you get the fur, yeah.
Yo, we gonna move on. We just gonna move on, yo. Next is lemon. Lemon's gotta be A. If it was better by itself, it'd be S.
Yeah, for sure. Lemonade is S plus, but lemon going in a dish is amazing. Lime is the same place as A. I mean, same place as lemon.
I would put lime at B just because it's a tiny bit less versatile, in my opinion.
Okay, no. All right, so lemon goes good in food, right? Stay with me. Lime goes amazing in drinks.
Oh, and drinks. Ooh, you're right.
Lime goes amazing in drinks.
Right. That's your A. I'm bugging.
Yeah. You can't make a margarita without lime.
You can't.
Mango, God tier, S plus.
All right, look, nectarines. I've had a change in nectarines. I used to hate nectarines, but they've grown up. I'm willing to put them in B, maybe even A, but B seems more reasonable.
I'll say B. Nectarines are the fake peaches, right?
Yeah. That's always what I knew about because I like peaches, and every time I had them shits, yo, what's this, man?
This is not what I was expecting, yo.
Peach, bro. Like, all right, so we got oranges.
Oranges. What's above God tier? What came before God? Infinity? What is it?
Tier, nigga.
What came before God? What is it? Chaos, right? There was chaos and darkness, and then there was God, and there was light. Oranges are chaos,
and then came oranges.
Oranges are that on my chart. Oranges are that high up, yeah.
Tier copy. I can respect.
I love oranges.
Hey, but look, I like them enough to move them.
Yeah.
Papaya. I'm gonna put it at A. That shit is really fucking good. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I'm not gonna hold you.
I was gonna say B. I was gonna say B because of the work, but if you put it at A, we can say A.
To me, it's one of the ones.
You know what? You're right. The juice alone, if you don't go to the work, that's A.
We'll do another fruit that makes you do the work and it ain't worth it. We'll get to that very soon. I promise you that. We probably gonna argue about that one, but it is what it is. Next, we got peaches.
A.
Yeah, that's A.
That's A. Undisputed A. Yeah.
Cool. Pears. I'm gonna go with A.
I'll say A too. Well, it depends on the pear.
Get the right pair. Them shits be S tier.
We could just because it bounces from S to B tier, so we'll just say A to get in the middle. All pears A.
Oh man, I can't even. I got focus. Pineapple. That's S tier.
S plus tier. Yeah.
Easy. Plums. That's also S tier to me.
Yeah. That's S tier to me. I love a plum.
I
love some plums. Yeah.
All right. Now we've got pomegranates.
S minus.
Pomegranate at B.
S minus. The taste of pomegranates are amazing, but the amount of B. Because they're one of the best fruits, top tier, but the amount of work you have to go through for them tiny little fucking pustules, seeds. Yeah.
It would easily be an A tier fruit, even an S tier fruit, if you just didn't make me do this. If I could stop you down the middle and it was just clean cut marbles on both sides, dog.
You know what I started doing? I just cut the pomegranate in half and I just hold the halves over a glass and I just squeeze it and crush all the juice into the cup and I just drink it straight.
Just not go hard.
It do. But it's something primal that I just like eating the seeds and like sucking the skin off, the meat off, and then spitting them out.
eat the seeds too, yo. You got. All right,
Are the
anyway,
seeds? I just learned something.
We can do raspberries. I'm gonna put raspberry at. It's gonna be controversial, but I'm gonna put it at C.
Really?
I'm gonna put it at C.
Are you taking into account blue raspberry flavored things?
Oh God, I forgot.
You gotta take that into account. Blue raspberry flavored lemonade.
That's not even real raspberry, is it?
Blue raspberry.
Oh, you know it's not raspberry. Come on.
I'll say B. I say raspberry is a B.
It's blue. That's what flavor it is, nigga.
Yeah, blue raspberry should be hidden. Okay, blue raspberry shit is amazing.
That's what flavor it is.
It's blue.
Yeah, raspberry B.
I'll say B just for the blue raspberry. And
I mean,
A if we count blue raspberry lemonade.
All right, I'll leave it there. Next, we got star fruits. Now we're gonna start getting some really weird fruits. There's a couple ones that we haven't done yet.
I've only had star fruit a couple of times, but I didn't dislike it.
It was I'm tempted to give it a C, not because it was bad, but because I only had it once. I don't know.
The C's fine with me. I don't know enough about it.
Yeah, so I had it once. It was good. It was good. It wasn't like terrible. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't expect this flavor, but
wait, we might get to this, but I don't know the name of this fruit. It's a fruit that comes in like this gray dotted shell, and when you open it, there's like a grape inside, but it's not a grape. I have no idea what it's fucking called. I don't know if you've had it.
Lychee or rambutan?
Well, say the first one or say the second one.
Lychee, like
lychee. It's a lychee. It's a lychee.
Che or whatever that is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So all right, keep going.
It's on his list. What you want to hit?
Are you looking at the pictures? You look. Oh, you can see the picture. Okay. No, you don't got to go to that one now. You go in order, and then I'll give my thoughts on that one once we get to it.
I'm skipping because I've skipped a couple.
Okay.
Silly as shit. Like, I mean, you want to do durian?
The fuck is a durian?
We'll put that in. I've never had this. Gooseberry.
A gooseberry?
Mm-hmm.
I've never had that, but I have heard of it. What does it look like?
They look like mini watermelons. They're like small like grapes, but they got like stripes like watermelons.
Oh, I need to try that shit. A gooseberry?
We got figs. I don't like figs themselves, but fig
flavored Newtons be hitting.
Newtons. I even had fig juice. That shit rocking.
I'll
give it a B.
Yeah, B works for me. I love fig. I used to love fig Newtons when I was a kid. So,
what else we got? Pomelo. What in the world is this?
Oh yeah, that's A tier.
Pomelo. What is it? A large citrus fruit and a principal ancestor of grapefruit. Oh, off the strength, this shit ass.
No. It's not a grapefruit. It's good. I've had it. I have had a pomelo.
Family, yo. You know I don't like that family, yo.
I don't like it either. I hate grapefruits. All right, we'll do C.
I mean, if you saying it's good and you hate grapefruits too, I mean, if it's B, it's B.
All right, B it is. I love some pomelos, but I hate grapefruits.
All right. Next we got black currant. Black currant.
What the fuck is that?
I have no fucking clue. What are these? Shrub edible berries. They're like small berries called the forbidden.
I just googled. This shit looks like the fat end of some ants. The fat ant butt.
I said the fat end of some ant butt. It just
the ant butt. Nah, that's
jelly, but I don't know what it tastes like. I genuinely can't tell you.
We could either put this in the never had category or the piss category off the strength of how it looks.
I'm gonna put it never had this.
This shit looks like. You said what?
Dates.
F piss.
You said F piss.
Wait. No. Not. I'm thinking about. What's the shit that your grandma used to feed you when you was constipated as a kid? Prunes. Okay. I don't think I've had a date.
Dates are good. I would say dates are like B almost, but I'll just put them in C just because I know I'm never gonna be like wanting some dates.
All right, yeah, I'll go off what you're saying. I don't think I've had a date.
Strawberry. I'm willing to give it A and no higher.
This is gonna be controversial. I guess strawberry is a C.
I can see that.
They're So like when I was a kid, what my mom used to do was, first off, the amount of work for strawberries isn't a lot, but the fact that you have to pick the lettuce off the top. I know it's not lettuce, but the grass.
You roll like a thug.
You get,
Nah, no, you got
so
it.
as I was saying, when I was a kid, my mom she used to take a bunch of strawberries. She used to pick the tops off and cut them in half, and then she would sprinkle sugar over the bowl and shake it up. And so that shit was S plus. But strawberries without sugar, kind of bitter, sour. I say C.
Describe that again to me.
Describe what? How I used to eat strawberries?
You said cut the strawberries in half.
She would take the top off, the green part, cut them in half, put them in a bowl, and then sprinkle sugar in the bowl and shake it up.
Yeah.
So all the strawberries are sweet, and then you just eat them from there, and they taste 11,000 times better than how they normally taste because they're kind of sour and bitter.
Somebody had grapefruit with sugar, and I'm like, my nigga, you gotta put sugar on it to make it edible, because this is pretty good.
No. Yeah, no. All right, grapefruit and sugar is not the same as grapefruit and strawberries. Grapefruit, there's sugar and strawberries in it. No, grapefruit is terrible. It's awful fruit.
Ew. Sugar is edible. Like I had sugar on it. I'm like, okay, I would never eat this again. But like, if you offer it to me, I'll take it. I'll take it every time. All right, cool. So strawberry, you said C. I said A. You want to go B?
B works for me. Yeah.
All right. Next, we got tangerines.
Is that considered different from oranges? Because I'm putting in the same category as oranges.
Nah, they're different. They got different tastes, different,
Actually, you're right. I'll say A. I put oranges at godlike, right? Or before God, like chaos, darkness before God was here and created light. Yeah, tangerines are A.
Dormammu tier.
Dormammu. Was Dormammu before God in the Marvel universe?
Oh man.
I don't know enough about comics.
Next we got watermelon.
What did I say about oranges and before God? It's like before creation, when there was nothing, before the Big Bang, the darkness. Watermelon.
So you got watermelon S.
Wherever I had orange is where I had watermelon. Yeah.
No, there's only S.
I said more than S. So like we only have S on the list, but
I can make another one. Let me add a tier and I'll give you God tier.
I said before God tier. Chaos, darkness. So like the nothingness before.
Which of the S's is God tier?
You said what?
We should get all the S's together and then figure out which of the S's is God tier.
All right, what S's we got so far?
We got a cranberry, white grapes, mango, orange, plum, pineapple. Don't tell me any now. We'll get to them later.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Watermelon S for the time being.
Yeah, okay.
Move on to honeydew.
Ugh. Wait, no. I love honeydew. I was thinking about cantaloupe. Yeah, honeydew is A. Love honeydew. Yeah. I love the green shit.
You're an Asian pear?
Wait, are we? Wait. I thought we handled all pears within the category. That's why we stuck pears in the middle of B.
Just every reason, because Asian pears are terrible. I'm sorry, Asian.
That's why Okay, yeah, I don't like Asian pears. That's why I thought Asian pears were on the C side of the pears, and there was another pear on the S side. I thought all right, Asian pears are bad. Yeah, no.
The rest of them shits. Asian pears, I remember the first time I had it, and maybe it was like
it tastes like sandpaper.
That shit didn't taste like nothing. I was like, bro, this shit tastes like just juice.
Yeah.
Like I'm biting into it.
It tastes like juice once you get to it, but the outside is like you're licking a cat and getting juice from the inside of the cat.
Shit nasty. Scary.
Yeah, Asian pears are bad.
Next is guava. I think guava is a B. I'd consider putting it at A off the juice, but the fruit alone is pretty good.
Yeah, I agree with that. I've had guava juice more times than I've had just straight up guava, but I have no bad experiences with either. So whatever you want.
All right, I put it in B. We got raisins. I'm gonna go C tier.
Demon tier. Hell.
I'm gonna go C.
Hell.
Raisins, cinnamon raisin. That's the only good use for raisins. It's the best use for raisins.
whenever I have anything with raisins on it, it just ruins it for me. Like ants on a log, I'd rather just have peanut butter and fucking celery.
What is ants on?
Ants on a log is celery, and they put peanut butter along the inside of the celery and put raisins on top.
Oh, not the raisins. If you swap the raisins out, that sounds rocking.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said take the raisins off. You just got the peanut butter and the celery.
All right, so I'll put raisins in D.
Okay, there you go. I can't believe you never had ants on a log. That's like a childhood thing.
All right. No, I never had. I never even heard of that shit.
Okay.
All right, now we got a lot of strange fruits left.
All right, we about
lychee now.
Lychee.
Lychee. I don't know.
I'm gonna say D. It didn't taste bad, but you never had it. The amount of work that you have to go through to get to it is worse than a watermelon, a kiwi.
Popping the top and eating the joint inside.
No, nigga. It's such a weird fruit. When you touch it, bro. I don't know how to explain this. When you touch it, the outside is hard yet malleable. Like the skin is hard, but you can press into it. It feels like an insect skin. It's like the fruit has an exoskeleton.
Okay, I'm gonna put this in. I never had this because
it has bro. When I tell you, it's worse than pineapple. It's worse than watermelon. It's worse than an orange.
All those are in S tier. So yeah,
no, I'm talking about skins. No, I'm talking about skin. Like you had to work through pineapple skin, watermelon skin, orange skin. Like just I don't know how to describe it. Like it literally feels like an exoskeleton for the fruit that's inside. I don't like it.
All right, well, I put it in. I never had this.
Yeah.
Next you can go kumquat. Never had it.
I have a funny story about kumquats. I like kumquats. I would give kumquats an A tier. It took me a very long time to realize that I was allergic to kumquats. I used to just think kumquats were like little, small oranges. So I used to just pop them in my mouth. And for the longest time, the inside of my mouth would just be burning, like just a burning, stinging sensation. And I just thought, oh, it's just so much citrus in these kumquats because they're more concentrated than oranges. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize until years later that I'm literally allergic to kumquats. That's why my mouth was burning. That is the only.
It's from the same family, though, or not the same family, but like the same
genus, maybe. I don't fucking know. Yeah, so that's why. That's why I was like. That's why I was confused. I'm like, I eat oranges, tangerines, I eat citrus shit all the time.
Grandfather, what's going on?
Yeah, but like I am allergic to kumquats apparently, but I wasn't allergic enough to stop me from eating them because them bitches was good. So if a nigga being allergic to something and still eating it, I would say that must be S tier.
That's really.
No, we could do A, but bitches was good. That's actually kumquats are actually the only thing that I'm allergic to. I can eat literally anything else. Other allergies that people have, I do not have them. It seems like kumquat is such a random thing to be allergic to.
It's a random thing to find out you're allergic to, too.
Yeah. And like I said, it took me years before I realized I was allergic to it. I just thought...
Just cool. Tangerine's cool. This?
I just thought the sizzle that was filling my mouth was because it was so small. It was just concentrated citrus. I'm like, damn, this shit burn.
Like, yeah, that's gonna be busting when y'all be biting. I'm like, nah, I mean, it's good.
I literally found out when I handed the kumquat to somebody else and they ate it. It was like, this is good. I'm like, you ate it that fast? You ain't feel nothing? I'm like, no, what I was supposed to feel? I'm like, your lips? Not like you ain't got no, it don't burn or nothing? They're like, no. And then I went to the doctor and they're like, yeah, you're allergic to kumquats. And I'm like, I eat oranges and tangerines all the time. And they're like, it don't matter. This is different.
That's not a kumquat.
It's not a kumquat. So I'm like, damn. Wait, yeah, keep going.
Yeah, we almost done at this point. We got passion fruit. I'm gonna go B.
I'll go A because of the Drake song. I like that song.
We got persimmons.
I don't think I've actually ever had a persimmon.
I don't think I have it either. This shit look wow. It look like a damn tomato.
Oh, before you move to the next one, let me see what it look like.
Persimmons are tomatoes. Right.
Persimmons are tomatoes? Hello?
No, sorry. A good one. Textures.
Why did I Google persimmon and then bras and panties came up?
Scary. That boy freaky. All right, I'm gonna just put it. I never had this.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can do the same for me. Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Custard apple. I don't know what the hell this thing is.
You said what apple?
Custard apple.
Nah, I never had that.
Tropical climate Americas and West Indies. From the Philippines. Okay. I'm gonna put this in. I've never had this. Then we got white currant, which if you never had black currant, I'm sure you haven't had the white one.
Yeah, never had that. No.
We got mangosteen. I don't. Hello.
Mango, is that Frankenstein mangoes?
Mangosteen is a purple plant. Why is mangosteen banned? Hello. It's once banned in the U.S. because officials feared importing the fruit would introduce the Asian fruit fly into the U.S.
Well, we got that, so
ban was lifted in 2007. Okay. Anywho, yeah. So the rest of this shit is never heard of it. You ever had jackfruit? Oh, jackfruit's the shit that they say vegan niggas be making like meat out of and shit, right?
Well, let me see what a jackfruit look like. I just googled jackfruit, and then the first thing that came was jackfruit pulled pork. I've never had this shit in my life. Get the shit off my screen.
Yeah, I never had jackfruit neither. I feel like I actually have had a jackfruit like meat sort of replacement thingy, like you know what I mean? Like,
maybe I have had replacement meat, but yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't know. We got mulberries.
I actually have had a mulberry.
You have? Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
So what we saying? Like C?
Yeah, C. It's okay. It's not bad. Yeah.
All right, and last two is red currant, which you've also not heard of, and ground cherry.
What about tomatoes? You never brought up tomatoes.
Tomatoes not on this list, strangely enough.
That is a fruit. You should add it, even if this dumbass didn't add it.
Yeah, I would. I can't get a picture in here, but tomatoes would be probably an A tier.
Yeah. If it's fried green tomatoes, S tier, for sure.
All right, so we're done. So at this point, let's look at the S's and let's figure out what's going in God tier. We got cranberry, white grapes, mango, orange, plum, pineapple, watermelon. I think only 3 can go up here.
Orange, pineapple, and watermelon are God tier.
Okay, so I agree on pineapple. That's gonna get moved immediately.
Yeah.
Watermelon, I simply can't. I can't allow.
Anti-black, racist. You are racist. That's all it is.
I will remain one. I simply won't allow it.
Mango.
Mango, yeah, is one of the easy ones I was thinking.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to take orange. Either orange or plum, but maybe orange.
All right, orange over plum, but I still think watermelon, especially if it's in season, freshly cut. Watermelon should be God tier.
Should be, but there's no God where I'm from.
Christian Miles.
Yeah. All right. Well, food tier list is done. We are done.
All right, so just say it again for me. The God tier. I just want to think about it, marinate it.
Mango, orange. S tier is cranberry, white grapes, plum, watermelon.
Boy, this shit's sexy. Yeah.
A tier's got a lot of shit in it. I don't think I want to say everything.
No, I know, but I just wanted to hear the first two. And like I said,
cantaloupe, grapefruit, and raisins.
Like I said, fried green tomatoes is also S tier, but they under those stipulations, got to be fried and it's got to be green tomatoes.
Yeah, if you're talking about regular green tomatoes, that's A.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, yeah. Well, we'll probably have to do a vegetable tier list or some shit.
Will we? All right, let's do it.
Eventually, at some point. Not like
No, I know. I was just. Yeah. Asparagus is the top of the list. Wait, does mushrooms count as a vegetable? Because
probably not, but like maybe for like the sake of a tier list, I would.
If mushrooms count as a vegetable, then that's my god tier. I'm already giving you that now. I'll put mushrooms and everything.
Yeah,
tomatoes. Even before we do the list. Yeah, no, because they're
also S tier. Fuck that.
Pico de gallo. Yeah, it's S tier regardless.
Fruit and an S tier vegetable, nigga. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, no, Pico de gallo, nigga. Yeah, S tier. Let's go.
All right, man. Well, it's been fun. It's been great. We had a blast here, guys.
We learned a lot. We've learned eels aren't from this planet. Mm-hmm. Also learned what fruits are the best because our word is law, obviously.
Law, absolute law. And if you disagree, I mean, you don't have taste. It's fine.
This is the dominion that God wanted. We're putting it here now. This is the fruit that people, yeah.
And speaking of dominions, we touched on how OnlyFans is under the attack of. I forgot what I was gonna say mid-sentence, but yeah, it's wild. Dominion, that's pretty nuts. We saw Americans sacrifice their healthcare in lieu of the Crate Challenge.
I won every single time I was in the Crate Challenge.
Every single time, never lost.
Because, like I said during the stream, if I were to lose, I would die. So obviously, I have not lost. I've won every single one.
I am undefeated.
I'm undefeated in the Crate Challenge. So anybody that challenges me, I won't do it again because I'm the world champion. So don't even worry about that.
Yo, I'm really
you already know. I'm built differently. You know, I'm about to go to Bermuda Triangle and become an eel because I'm just that built differently. So I'll talk to y'all later.
On that note, we out.